Let's now talk about the diversity of angiosperms. All flowering plants are in one division called the Enthophyta, and they seem to have come from one single ancestor. Modern flowering plants fall into two major groups, the monocots and the eudicots, or dicot, or true dicots. I know, more names. Even more, we have a few groups that branched off evolutionary earlier and are called the basal angiosperms. Monocots have one seed leaf, and you can see the descriptions over here, and here are some monocots. So monocots have one seed leaf. You can see that up here. Their veins run parallel to the length of their leaf, and we have that described right over here. And flowering parts appear in groups of three or multiples of three, and that's described right in here. And the vascular tissue in the stem is scattered, and many roots originate from the stem. And that's right described in here. Examples include the true lilies you can see over there, not the water lilies, that one will come later. We also have orchids, grasses, and palms in that group. Many crops are also monocots, such as rice, as you can see up here. Oops, there it is. There it is. And also wheat or cane sugar and corn. Tropical fruits such as the bananas, and I got a picture on the far left over there, or pineapple also belong to this group. Eudicots, also called true dicots, have two seed leaves, and you can see the dot right over here. I've written it up there. Their veins form a network. The flower parts often appear in groups of four or five or many whorls. And a whorl is a spiral pattern like the daisy over there displays. And their vascular tissue is arranged in a ring inside the stem. And we got one main root, a taproot that developed from the embryonic radicle, and then lateral roots come off of it. Dicots can be herbaceous, which means not woody. Those have soft green stems. The other group produce woody tissue. They're like the oaks and the maples. And then over here, you can see some other eucot examples. We have the beans, we have cabbage as an example, and we got peaches. Basal angiosperms are thought to have traits from both groups and branched off before the main split. These plants show traits that are somewhat in between monocots and eudicots. They include the Magnoliidae, which are represented by magnolias, which are tall trees with large fragrant flowers and waxy, glossy leaves. As you can see here, or here you can see the fruity stage, the final stage. The species dates back over 100 million years and is considered archaic. Others include laurel trees with their fragrant leaves and inconspicuous flowers. I've written that down right in here. Their leaf veins are both parallel and branched, resembling both monocots and dicots. Laurels are small trees or shrubs growing in warmer climates. They include the bay laurel, which gives us the bay leaves over there to the far left. We also have the avocado or the cinnamon. We also get in that group. Or also the common spice bush, which has been used medicinally for many years. Nymphaeals thrive in freshwater biomes and have leaves that float on water or grow underwater. Their roots are anchored in the soil at the bottom of the lake. Water lilies and lotus flowers are nymphaeals. Piperales are a group of herbs, shrubs, and small trees that grow in tropical climates. They have small flowers that are tightly arranged and lack petals. Piperales are used in medicine, food, and beverages, as well as in spices, such as you can see over here, there's black pepper. Without plants, life as we know it would not be possible. Seed plants play a huge role in Earth's ecosystems. They help us stabilize the soil and cycle important elements like carbon. They make the climate more moderate. They provide oxygen through photosynthesis. Especially tropical forests are considered Earth's lungs and carbon dioxide sinks. They offer shelter and food to countless animals. Even the carnivores are actually feeding off of them indirectly. Many seed plants also create secondary metabolites, special chemicals we use in medicines and industrial production. Animals and plants evolved together. They both diversified during the Mesozoic era, when the reptiles roamed the earth, so they co evolved. The large diversity of both seed plants, and insects is likely due to their success in both pollination and herbivory, which is the consumption of plants. The animals get to eat the delicious fruit and in return help the plant spread the seeds. Plant seeds also need defenses to protect them from getting eaten. Since they cannot outrun predators, they develop other defenses. Acorn and unripened persimmons, for example, are highly alkaloids and unsavory. Other plants protect themselves with bark or spines and thorns, as you can see over here. Over 80% of angiosperms rely on animals to pollinate them and move pollen from flower to flower. Flowers advertise to their pollinators with color, scent, shape, and nectar, a sugary liquid. For example, bright red tubular flowers often attract hummingbirds who have a good sense of color perception. White, night blooming flowers attract moths. Flowers that show ultraviolet patterns attract bees and butterflies that then guides them to the center. If pollinators disappear, for example, if bees die off, it can be disastrous for agricultural production. Seed plants are the foundation of the human diet. A large portion of the world eats mostly plant-based foods such as grains, rice or wheat, and potatoes for carbohydrates, beans and nuts to supply protein, and many oils that come from crushed seeds such as peanuts or canola oil, or from fruits such as olive or avocado, which are good examples. Many of these crops developed during the agricultural revolution when we settled from being nomadic hunter gatherers to becoming agricultural communities. This was around 10,000 BC. Many modern medicines also come from plants or are made by modifying plant chemicals. References about the use of curative properties of plants are found in Egyptian, Babylonian, and Chinese writings from 5,000 years ago. Often, active ingredients need to be extracted or plants modified in ways that make them available. A good example is the Chalmugra oil. It was somewhat effective for treating leprosy, but difficult to apply and painful for patients. In 1915, only 23-year-old Alicia Ball created a method of extraction that created a much more effective treatment without the negative side effects. So, that is it for the diversities of our plants. Seed plants have shaped human history from the earliest agricultural practices to modern industry and medicine. Protecting these plants and their habitat is important for the well-being of life on Earth. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.